And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Two Schmoes Show. I'm the Infamous Orion, and I just ate a whole bunch of fucking spicy ramen, so if I sound mucusy this episode, that's why. Also, I'm a Schmo,
I'm Cairo, and I'm a Schmo.
and this is the Two Schmoes Show, ladies and gentlemen. The only podcast to try and be the opposite of NPR while still keeping NPR values. I don't know if I would go that far. I don't know.
I
We
don't know.
we need a tagline.
NPR's fine.
NPR is the thinking man's radio. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but
they think a little bit too much sometimes, though.
yes, that's what I was about to get at.
They do some really good content, and then they have some really boring content.
I would say I okay. So I worked at a gas station about 6 months ago, part of the grocery store I work at, just filling in shifts for them.
Mm.
And there's this really good jazz show that plays at night around here. It's through one of the local colleges. So I listen to it every night. I work at the gas station on the radio, but they always have to play a little bit of All Things Considered right before it starts. And I once had a customer come in saying, "Is that All Things Considered? I can't fucking trust this place," and then ran out. And that was probably the most surreal moment of my life, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, that's so surreal. Like, NPR has always been one of the few news outlets in general that, at least in the US, you could put it on for anyone.
Yes,
Anyone, and it wouldn't matter. Like, if you're in the car with someone and you barely know them, but you like have to travel with them for work, throw on NPR.
is the least offensive thing
100%
ever.
of the time, no one's at least going to complain. They'll just be like, "Ah, it's NPR. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
whatever. It's news. It's legit."
yeah.
What the hell?
This doesn't support my biases. Ree!
Exactly.
Ugh. How's your week been, Kyril?
How's my week been? My week's been fine.
Just fine.
Reading the news has been frustrating.
It's been a frustrating week. The war on Thanksgiving is real, ladies and gentlemen. The government wants to come in and take our turkeys, even though they themselves are a bunch of turkeys.
It's honestly not even that. There's just so much stupid shit out there.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find this real quick. Now a former Trump lawyer, Sidney Powell's name was making the circuits the last 2 days, and it's been so dumb.
It has
Like,
been.
for perspective, this is a person who was too, like, I don't even want to say, I don't know, the right word is radical, I guess. Too radical for Trump's team of lawyers. Too radical for Rudy fucking Giuliani.
Oh my god. I that's the
It's
name I have not wanted to hear all day, but great.
it's unbelievable. Where was this? So she was apparently claiming at public news conferences on Thursday that electronic voting systems had switched millions of ballots to Biden and that he won thanks to communist money. Which
Communist
there
money.
is communist money, yes.
I was
Which,
unaware
like,
communists had money.
yeah, right.
uh,
Where was the other part? Other outlandish claims she made without evidence include that she had a voter fraud case in Georgia and that a court filing she hoped to submit over the case would be biblical and blow up Georgia.
oh, that's the one that said biblical.
Yeah, it's just too dumb.
It
It
really
doesn't
is.
make sense.
I like their use of the term biblical.
But she's been getting her time in the spotlight. All of the, you know, Newsmax garbage, OAN garbage has been just eating it up. So she's got herself a job after all this is done.
Well, you gotta think she's making. I feel like it's partly an advertisement campaign at that point too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This is my brand. I bring in the clicks. Come
Yep.
on, give me the monies.
Yep. Pretty much.
I feel like a lot of mainstream journalism, and this is coming from someone who studies journalism, that has devolved into sound bites and bit information, as I like to call it, like bite-sized pieces, diet
Hmm.
news.
Yep. Here we go. This is the other one that I was finding. We'll get to this in a second.
Oh God,
But it's genuinely getting to the point now where the GOP is starting to tear itself apart
I've
in
seen.
real time.
Yes, I feel like it's a war between them now because like. Have you noticed like a lot of local, smaller time GOP members like blasting the federal ones?
Yes, I mean smaller as in like still governors or
Yeah,
mayors of large cities. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Sterling Heights mayor, that's a Michigan town
Hmm.
for all you non-Michiganders, uh, just made a statement about how Trump was blasting out fraudulent claims and how he saw it as an enemy of democracy or something like that, which is
Yep.
quite something to say from a mayor of something that big as Sterling Heights.
Oh yeah.
Mm. So, how is the GOP killing itself at the moment?
Um, it's beautiful. So on the bastion of free speech parlay,
Oh God,
people are starting to call for a boycott to the January 5th Georgia runoff election, or
boycott.
calling for people to write in Trump's name rather than the Republicans who are actually running in it.
So they want to vote in Trump into the Senate of Georgia.
Yes, basically, essentially.
That is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well, it's not that they want to write him in to win this election. It's
No.
that they're claiming the entire voting system is rigged, so we shouldn't participate in it at all.
Yeah, that's a good way to make sure that the right people get in.
Yeah.
That's how really fucking nasty people get in, Georgia. Don't.
It's been really, it's just so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Do you want okay, even though I'm someone that leans a little bit on the liberal side, I call myself moderate and whatnot. I don't like the idea of Democrats owning the presidency, the House, and the Senate, just because fewer checks and balances for some bad ideas. But that's a good way to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Yep.
Parlay. Ugh.
I don't know, it'll be. I, it's really hard to say at this point. I feel like there's a lot of people who, in general, act, but also with their voting, tend to just be very impulsive with it.
Yes.
And given that we're still, what, four, no more than that, 5 or 6 weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks away from this Georgia election, these calls to boycott probably aren't going to do anything because the kind of people who are calling for boycotting at this point are probably going to forget that they called for boycotts 6 weeks from now.
Oh, they have the attention spans of goldfish. Kyril?
You know what? I'm still here. What's
Oh,
up?
it just went quiet there for a second. Scared me.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just from my perspective, you have to. I sort of feel like just it's like no, stop, don't go.
No, stop. Wait, come
Don't
back.
you no, don't boycott the election. You'll totally own me if you do that. Oh God. Oh.
Re.
It's like how it's completely self-destructive.
At this point, I feel like most people are programmed to self destruct.
Pretty much. The other side of this that's been really frustrating me, and I actually put a tweet out about this because it's so frustrating to see this kind of crap on like news articles that are being genuinely shared around pretty substantially. So like there's a Newsweek article here that I was reading some of the stuff about the parlay stuff from, and they have these embedded polls in their articles. Some of these that get viewed hundreds of thousands of times that have these stupid questions and worse answers. And I tweeted about this one that was just so frustrating that asks, seen 102,000 times at that time, how convincing is the evidence of fraud provided by the Trump campaign? There has been no evidence. They've provided nothing. But the answers aren't, not at all, not even a little bit. And what evidence? Are you fucking stupid? It's very convincing, somewhat convincing, or only a little convincing.
I like
What?
that. That's really,
Like,
really
how
cheesy.
transparent can you be?
Ah, what was it? Fuck. Oh, didn't mean to hit my mic. Um, what was I about to say? That reminds me of when Giuliani was doing his whole news conference.
Yeah.
The one where he was really on a run. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it'd be funnier. Um, and the whole time I felt like he was trying to talk to a judge, but what really got me surreal was that's not a judge you're talking to. You're talking to a fucking camera. You don't have a fucking judge that wants to listen to you. And it
Mm-hmm.
just made me realize how fucked their case is.
Oh, yeah. Where was it? There was a Twitter thread that I was reading through that was going through one of the Georgia cases. No, not Georgia, Pennsylvania. One of the cases in Pennsylvania that broke it down. This is someone who has an opinion in some sort of legal standing from what they were saying. Doesn't really matter, but it was incredible to see just how dumb this case is. How this is apparently a case that's being brought before the court by two people who live and voted in red counties,
Mm-hmm.
who are bringing this case to the court against blue counties, so not counties that they live in. And the action that they are asking is to basically disenfranchise 7 million voters because they believe their two votes were disenfranchised.
I can see their
Because
case there.
yeah, that is an equal application of the law.
Yeah, 2 for 7 million. I'd
Mm.
probably go that way.
They're basically the same.
Yeah, dude. I
And
mean,
then, oh man, and then there's the other one that was getting a bit more news this week, where they were comparing population numbers to voting numbers and claiming that more people voted than could possibly have voted. More people voted than live in these counties in Michigan. But they were getting their population numbers from counties in Minnesota. Completely
yes,
wrong places.
I remember that.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
it's amazing. It's so dumb.
I mean, how do you do that?
I legitimately don't know. I
Like,
mean, it's kind of funny though, because, what are the two options here? Either you don't give these people the benefit of the doubt, and they did this maliciously, and they are intentionally trying to basically defraud millions of people in this out of this election,
yes.
or you give them the benefit of the doubt, and the benefit of the doubt is that they're just genuinely this dumb.
Well,
Which one do you pick?
that depends. Did they pay their court fees yet?
I doubt it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure that those don't get covered until the end.
Okay. Because I'm going to say it depends on when they pay their court fees.
Right. Hmm. What else do we have here? Oh, this is a. I wonder who's this Daily Beast. All right, I don't even want to screenshot this page. They have a good picture of Trump though,
Oh, go ahead.
looking like the child he is.
Damn.
I'll
Uh,
send this over your way.
Mr. Chiral, we are the Two
Yeah.
Schmoes Network. We are non-biased news, good sir.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my
Hmm.
god. I'm
It's
not
no,
laughing at that. I'm
yes, you
I'm laughing at a totally different unrelated subject.
are.
Um I'm just laughing at this lovely picture of the Texans lining up in Dallas to get food cuz they can't survive. That
Oh
is
yeah,
peak comedy, ladies and
it's a
gentlemen.
riot.
Ha 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 ha. Oh, that is
It
a
has. It's a terrible picture, but it's also a great picture.
I didn't. Is that his tongue? Is that his tongue?
Yes.
That's his
Yes.
tongue.
Done. Yes. I don't know. I don't
It
know.
looks like he's trying to say later or lollipop.
Hello. Who would you know?
Hello.
Yeah, exactly like that too.
Election fraud. Oh God. Putin is my lover. Oh, dude. Okay. Uh, I saw this video today of Putin talking to some world leader, and for whatever reason, there was a puppy there, and this world leader grabs the puppy by the neck. You know the really like mean way to hold a puppy, like by the extra
Mhm.
skin on its neck.
Yep.
And like Putin just goes in there, scoops the little puppy up, and like just cradles it in his arms, and he's all kissing on it. And I'm like, damn, this most dangerous man in the world loves his dogs.
Hmm.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that is one thing that I feel like you can tell the character of a person by how they treat their animals.
Yes.
Like how I saw something that was about that in terms of presidents and how Trump was the first president in like 20 years or something like that to not have a dog in the White House.
Has there ever been a cat in the White House?
I don't know. I would assume there has to be
I feel like at that point, yes.
a history. Oh yeah, there's a whole article for it.
Hell yeah. He's
Lincoln had a cat. He was the first president to bring cats to the White House. The cats were named Tabby and Dixie, gifts from Secretary of State William Seward.
Aw. So,
Uh,
you know what we
yeah.
need, Cairo?
What's that?
Get you into office, and then you can bring the first turtle into the presidency.
Yes.
The first turtle.
Rutherford B. Hayes was a fan of cats. He's had the first Siamese to arrive in the United States was his cat.
Aw.
Interesting. Gifts were from David Sickles, an American diplomat in Bangkok, to First Lady Lucy Hayes. The Hayes also had a cat named Piccolo Mini.
What?
Piccolo Mini, like the Dragon Ball Z character,
I was about to
and then
say.
Mini.
Or a mini piccolo. There's an instrument, good sir.
There's actually quite a long list. So let's just skim through this real quick.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt, Calvin Coolidge, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Clinton had a cat, and Bush had a cat. I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
Trivia.
Was the
George W.
cat's.
Bush brought his adorable family cat, India Willie Bush, to the White House.
I was really hoping his name was Katrina.
That would be bad.
Where's Katrina?
Cat apparently liked to spend time in the presidential library.
That's a good cat. Might be the only good thing about his term.
Pretty much. Here's a
Ouch.
good picture of Teddy Roosevelt at some sort of a gala with his cat
Aw.
and his wife too. But
Oh, I forgot that he had a wife. All I saw was the cat.
yeah, the cat's the important part.
Yeah. Who is that diplomat right next to him, like staring right at that cat?
I don't know, but they look like this is the first time they've ever seen a cat and they love it.
I know that man with the beard looks like his beard is about to like shoot at the cat. It's a good cat.
Mm-hmm.
10 out of 10. Would pet again. I'm petting it with my mouse right now. Hopefully, the ghost of this cat can feel it. Hmm. I can't believe Trump doesn't have a dog though.
Right. Like, who doesn't have like it is a tradition for presidents with dogs. Like I can look this up real quick.
Yeah.
But it is a incredibly long history. There's actually a whole Wikipedia article for presidential pets.
Good.
Apparently, George Washington had a coonhound named Drunkard. He had another one named Tipsy. What the fuck, George?
That's such a fucked up. Oh wow. Okay. I'll let it
Okay, so
slide.
let me see if he's the only one. If he is the only one, okay, he's not the only one, but it's not exactly a high bar that he's clearing here.
Oh, was it Jackson that had a no dog?
No.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, oops, that's the wrong one. I don't even remember who the hell even is this guy.
I don't know.
Died of cholera. Psh.
What a wimp.
What a loser.
The cool thing is to die
Okay.
from COVID.
So Trump has no pets in the White House, and as far as I'm seeing in this article here, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. I'm pretty sure this is a complete list of all of the presidents and their pets. The only other president to not have any pets in the White House goes back to 1849 with James Polk.
Polk? Really?
Yep.
What an odd president. I forget Polk's even a person.
Yeah, like 11th president of the United States, and who remembers it? Interesting. James Madison had a parrot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
Okay, wait a minute. That does not count.
What?
Who wrote this?
What?
Andrew Johnson apparently, quote, fed white mice he found in his bedroom. What? That does not count. Where is this from? Where are they citing this?
Not sure.
Presidents who had no pets. According to the Presidential Pet Museum, of course, there's a Presidential Pet Museum. The only president known not to keep a pet during his entire term in office was James K. Polk, serving from 1845 to 1849.
Huh.
While they never had any official pets, Andrew Johnson was said to feed a group of white mice he found in his bedroom. What the fuck? And Martin Van Buren was given 2 tiger cubs by the Sultan of Oman that Congress forced him to send to the zoo.
Fuck that. Congress impeded on his rights.
Right? That would have been so badass.
Dude, fucking president runs up to some diplomats. He's like, oh, have you seen my kitty cats? It has fucking tigers on gold chains like a fucking rapper. Van Buren would have been lit.
While the Trumps have no pets, Vice President Pence more than takes up the administration's pet slack. So far, the Pences have an Australian Shepherd puppy named Harley, a gray kitten named Hazel, a cat named Pickle, a rabbit named Marlon Bundo, and a hive of unnamed bees.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You had me at Marlon Bundo, but
Yeah.
the fact that they have a beehive is fucking the cherry on top.
Not a beehive, a hive of unnamed bees. It's very specific.
Yeah, I think that's a good metaphor for the GOP in general.
So, what is the Presidential Pet Museum? There's actually a Presidential Pet Museum.
Yes.
Or maybe this might actually just be like, this has to just be a website, a shitty website. What do they have?
I'm seeing it's in Annapolis, Maryland.
Huh.
There it also says there's
They
one
haven't
in
updated-
Williamsburg, Virginia.
They haven't updated this website since 2018, so I have a feeling it's not a real place.
Okay, it says the Maryland location is gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna just say just on a hunch that it's not exactly official.
They were banking on that Trump exhibit.
They've apparently actually been working with notable news organizations for updating their website, though.
That's so weird.
But they haven't updated it. They just need to update their footer. Their footer is just wrong.
What's it say?
2018, but they're talking about President-elect Biden.
Okay. Yeah, he's the first to bring in rescue dogs, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Yeah. Which good on him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm curious what is going to be the most, I don't know, I guess exotic presidential pet in here.
I'm going with the tigers, brah.
But they weren't in the White House. I wanted pets that were in the White House. Okay.
What's up?
What the fuck? John Quincy Adams allegedly had an alligator said to belong to Marquis de Lafayette and housed for 2 months in the East Room. Story has been widely circulated. The lack of evidence from contemporary accounts or official records suggests an apocryphal myth.
What the fuck?
That's pretty high up the list though so far.
You know, I can dig it.
hmm
If
Lots of horses.
okay, who would? What's the word I'm looking for? Do you think Trump is a dog person or a cat person?
I don't think he's a person at all.
Damn, that was a really
Honestly,
fast one.
neither. Like he legitimately there's like in a position that he's in, he has no excuse for not having a pet of some kind, and amongst any members of his family, and he
Yeah.
just doesn't.
Oh. So, speaking of presidents, I don't know if you've seen those Doomer Obama memes going around.
The what?
Doomer Obama memes.
I haven't, but Benjamin Harrison had two possums
Oh shit.
and two alligators.
Do you think
Guys, on
John?
another level.
Yeah. Do you think he just did that to one up all the former presidents before him?
What would you like to be known for? Well, I heard this one guy had one alligator. I want to beat that.
Could you imagine being the diplomat that has to break off ties with him, and make some really bad decisions for the U.S. and then you just walk by his alligator room?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
I think they're.
Okay, I'm gonna have to step in here one more time again because I think Teddy Roosevelt. Oh no, Calvin Coolidge is like coming in close.
Oh, what the fuck?
They have like a list here.
Okay.
So Theodore Roosevelt had one, two, three, four, five guinea pigs, a pony, a hen, a lizard, a terrier, a macaw, a garter snake, a pony again, two dogs, two terriers, a small black bear, a piebald rat, a badger, a picking geese, a pig, a rabbit, another terrier, a Saint Bernard, mongrel. The fuck is a mongrel? It's a dog. It's a dog.
Okay.
Another dog. So we're at like 8 dogs now. Two
Yes.
cats, a laughing hyena, a barn owl, and a one-legged rooster.
Oh, you're done?
I'm done. Yes. Sorry.
Bullshit.
I don't know.
Like it sounds like Roosevelt. It really does,
It,
but
it super does.
yeah.
But then Calvin Coolidge comes in pretty close. Like he's got where is this? He has a bobcat accredited to him. Like that's pretty legit.
That's almost too legit. Okay, real question.
Wait, okay. Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
Rebecca, a raccoon of Calvin Coolidge, intended for a Thanksgiving feast. First Lady Grace had a treehouse built for the raccoon instead. They then got Reuben, a male raccoon, required as a companion for Rebecca, who soon escaped and was not recovered. You can't make this up. This is too dumb. Go ahead.
That's okay. If you eat a guinea pig, would the meat be
Yes.
considered guinea pork?
No, it's cooey.
Well, there's a real name for it.
Yeah,
Shit.
that I actually don't know if that is a. Can I even spell guinea? Holy shit. Guinea pig. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, Cui, Cuy.
Sorry, that just sounded like my name for a second. I really just felt embarrassed for like a hot minute.
It is apparently rich, fatty, and flavorful. Wait, okay, hold on.
What?
Uh, the meat of a guinea pig is rich, fatty, and flavorful, while the skin, when roasted over a hot fire, gives pork crackling a run for its money. What? This is part of an article in 2015 from Is America Ready for Farm to Table Guinea Pig? I'm going to go with a solid no.
I really don't think people would want to eat a guinea pig.
Not in the States.
No. I have a friend who ate one in Peru, but like that's why I always bring up that question of is it guinea pork?
Yeah.
What is the weirdest meat you've eaten?
Weirdest meat I've eaten. Not anything particularly exotic, honestly.
Really?
Like, no, not really.
Huh.
Probably just uh like venison.
Really?
Even then that's not that exotic. Not for where we live at least.
Yeah, you're a wimp.
I just never had the chance to. Like where am I gonna get exotic meat from? No, okay, no, I do have haggis, so
Oh, that works.
I guess that's a little out there, but it's
Okay.
just sheep.
Yeah. I've had alligator.
Okay, how was it?
It was really tough and not that flavorful.
Huh.
In fact, it left no impression on me. And now I kind of want to see how much I can get for like some really weird animals to eat.
I'm sure you could get something.
Yeah.
Just don't get turtle.
Why not?
I'll have to disown you.
You'll have to disown me. You don't fucking.
Yes,
I'm not your child.
I'll find a way.
Oh God. One time, when I was in high school, we were playing Mario Kart with this guy named Gingy. Gingy was always this guy who claimed to be a very good gamer, and he was. And he ended up letting us get like this good 2 minute head start in the Mario Kart course before he actually started playing, and he still beat us with a 2 minute head start.
Okay.
And after that, we drafted up a legal document so that we could legally hate him. Had him sign it and everything.
Hmm.
So that's about as close as I've ever gotten to legally disowning someone
Nice.
until my first child is born. Then the moment they disappoint me, out the fucking window. What?
That's just funny.
Oh, thank you.
Do you know what's also funny?
Life.
No. Calvin Coolidge had a pygmy hippopotamus, which was named William Johnson. Full name William Johnson hippopotamus.
What the fuck? Oh my god, it's so cute. I love it.
Yeah, right? It's like a small hippo.
I just want one. It could probably still kill me like most hippos, but it's like a little skinless dog.
Why? Okay, no, this is weird.
What?
These president like people are just weird. It's
Presidents
not
are
even
fucking
just a
weird
raccoon. That's just a raccoon. Why does the first lady of the United States, why is she holding a raccoon?
because they were out of dogs.
No, they're not. Their history of pets proves they were not.
Oh, is it Roosevelt's wife?
No, this is Coolidge. How many
Oh,
dogs have he had? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 dogs, and that wasn't enough, so they got 2 raccoons.
of course.
Oh, and I'm sorry, 2 lion cubs, which they named Tax Reduction and Budget Bureau, because what the fuck else do you name a lion?
You know, I always thought it took hardcore drugs to get this fucking weird. I'm,
Yeah,
I'm,
just gotta become president.
yeah. Fuck, what does that job do to you? I don't think I'm gonna run for president anymore, Kyril.
No, it's too
Maybe I'll just
much.
run and then I'll concede like the night of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, unlike a certain someone. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Hey.
What else do we have in the news today?
What else do we have? So apparently, New Jersey lawmakers are pushing to have Rudy Giuliani disbarred for deceitful and absurd election cases.
You know, I'm surprised they've gone this far.
I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've officially filed a complaint with the New York's attorney disciplinary officials calling for his disbarment. Quote, Mr. Giuliani has participated in the filing of a series of absurd lawsuits seeking to overturn the will of the voters and has caused irreversible damage to the public trust in the fair administration of our elections. Filed by New Jersey Democratic Representative Bill Parscrell.
I'll drink to that.
Seriously. I mean, it's about time. Like, there's been a bunch of different law firms that have been involved in this, but it all leads back to one guy.
Giuliani.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine what he's going under at the moment? I can't imagine it's fun to be Rudy Giuliani right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to
I don't
be
know. I think he's. That's rude to say.
what?
That's a bit. I was gonna say I think he's too drunk to care,
Oh shit.
but yeah,
I don't know. Do you think he's seen the memes about his hair dye running?
I hope so. It's hilarious.
My favorite meme so far has always been the Pence fly walked so Rudy can run.
Nice.
Thank you. Oh, Rudy.
In other news, there's been even more Republican officials testing positive for COVID.
What else is new?
Notably, this past week, Florida Governor Rick Scott.
At this point, I think Florida's just gonna be a quarantine shelter.
Pretty much.
Didn't Don Jr. get COVID as well?
Yeah, and his dad didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, that really doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did you hear apparently about this whole experimental treatment that not Don Jr. Donald Trump got that for COVID?
Yeah, I mean, to a point, yeah.
Yeah, I read something about it being stem cells. I cannot find a single article that substantiates that, and I don't want to believe it, but holy fuck.
So it has to do the treatment that he got was not directly related to stem cells. It's the underlying research that allowed it to exist.
Okay,
Let me see if I can pull something up here.
because I've seen
Uh,
so many different accounts of that, and I don't know what to believe anymore.
yeah, I mean, there's definitely some exaggeration of the truth out there about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, if you hear the phrase Donald Trump took stem cells, he's gonna be
Yep.
dropping spores like flies.
So this is from Snopes, which has the claim: Was Trump's Regeneron cure is just that should be the misleading claim. Was Trump's Regeneron treatment developed using stem cells and fetal tissues, which they have labeled as misleading?
Good.
So the true part of it is that the manufacturer REGNCOV2 has stated that it employs stem cells in its research, most commonly mouse embryonic stem cells and human blood stem cells, and that the antibody cocktail given to Trump is a combination of two human-made proteins and was developed using a decades-old cell line derived from embryonic kidney tissues obtained from an aborted human fetus in 1973. What is false is that there is no human embryonic stem cells or recently harvested fetal tissues that were used in the development of this specific treatment, according to the manufacturer. But without stem cell research, this treatment would not exist.
So that's the catch 22 of it, huh?
It is because and it's the kind of thing that leads to people talking about things in ways that they really don't know about because they see that this treatment, it used stem cells, and then they tend to jump the gun and jump on these bandwagons of like, oh, hypocrisy, blah, blah, blah. It is still, but
Not that bad.
not to the same extent.
Yeah.
However, if the people who are against the use of stem cell research were to just have their way, the underlying research that allowed for this treatment to exist wouldn't be allowed to happen, and we would not have it, and it wouldn't have been able to have been used. So it is definitely a misleading claim, but I do think it's important to keep in mind that it is not wholly false.
Interesting.
There is a large degree of truth to it.
Fucking shit got heavy.
Mm-hmm. Had some good Facebook news this week.
Go on.
The Solomon Islands is set to ban Facebook in their country. So the Solomon Islands government has defended its decision to place a temporary ban on Facebook, a move that they're saying is aimed at tackling cyberbullying and online defamation. The ban has not yet come into effect, but it has, of course, been received poorly since it was announced. I hope they go through with it. It's at the point right now where Facebook either needs to they need to pick a side of either moderation or not moderation and enforce it universally.
Oh yeah.
Because it's the end of 2020 now, and we're still getting articles like, where was it? Facebook condemned for hosting neo-Nazi network with UK links. Like, the fact that that's even a possibility, that can even exist in concept on their platform, is part of the problem.
Oh yeah. It's becoming a more organized 4chan.
Basically, at this
Yeah.
point.
I mean, say what you want about 4chan. I think 4chan's kind of a neutral force on the internet
Mm-hmm.
because the freedom of speech, whatever.
Right.
Fine, go express yourself. You're fucking anonymous. Go ahead. But when you take that anonymity out of it, and you can start
Mm-hmm.
getting more people fucking around with each other directly, like,
Well, I think the thing for me though is also, for Facebook, it is a major money making endeavor from advertisers. And advertisers on Facebook have made it very clear that they do not want to be associated with these kinds of groups, with these kinds of activities.
oh, true. I
And at
forget.
that point, it is in Facebook's own interests to crack down hard on these kinds of blatantly, these groups that are blatantly against their terms of use, because they are.
Yes.
This is a misuse of their platform, and they reserve the right to either break up or in its entirety remove these groups from their platform, and they just don't. They
No.
sit on their hands and wait too long. They wait until it gets into the news, and then they do it.
Well, I think they're just afraid of making people run off to parlay.
I think that they actually, I don't want to say enjoy, but they are more than happy to benefit from these kinds of situations at the expense of the integrity of their platform. They're happy to profit from it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not a surprise that these kinds of people are of course going to be more active users than others. Facebook from that is going to be getting more advertising revenue from these users because it's going to have more people glued to their app.
Yeah. I don't know. Facebook is such a fucking slime fest for me lately. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I really shouldn't be saying much more because I go on Twitter way more, and that's not that much better.
To a point, I feel like the way that Twitter doesn't let you like intentionally isolate yourself in certain groups helps a lot.
Yeah.
You're kind of forced to interact with everyone because everyone, in theory at least, everyone who is equally presented to each other.
Yes. I like that a lot, actually, now that you put that way.
Yeah. So you don't get these like I don't even know, they're not even echo chambers at that point. They're just like bunkers of misinformation that people hide and lock themselves away in.
I mean, that's still an echo chamber, though.
Yeah, it's not created in the way that echo chambers are typically thought of, though.
No, no, they're way more
It's not
structured.
right. Like when in my interpretation of it, the echo chambers are like where you indirectly buffer yourself from outside opinions.
Okay.
To me, that's what is indicative of an echo chamber, where it is not an intended act. It's I guess like a positive feedback loop where you see a thing, you interact with the thing, and because you interacted with that thing, the algorithms want you to continue to interact with that thing to keep you plugged into it, so they feed you more of that thing, and it perpetuates.
You're right.
Versus people being like, "Hey, I'm a neo-Nazi. I'll join your Facebook group." Like they're a bit different, even if the end result is basically the same.
So you're a neo-Nazi, Chiral.
Mm, I can neither confirm nor deny.
You can neither confirm nor deny. Okay.
Also, I was acting under orders.
What? Okay. What's your opinion on the guy that killed Hitler?
I mean, he killed Hitler.
Yeah, pretty great guy if you ask me.
Yeah,
Wink.
whole world was trying to do that.
I
He
know.
just went and did it.
Fucking ballin' Chad.
Didn't need permission from anyone.
No, fucking defended our freedoms. We need a figure like him to unite the nation. I love saying terrible things and knowing what I'm saying.
Right?
uh, I had this idea for like a study I want to do for grad school,
Yeah.
and copyright 2020 at 2:58 p.m. 11:23. So no one steals my idea of making my own fake news organization of stuff that's directly made to sensationalize small issues, and seeing how fast a fake news organization can grow on Facebook with just shares and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I already wrote out the first article I would want to do.
Right.
The fluoride in the water is used to turn you into a Democrat. Think about it. All the tap water you see Democrats drinking, whereas we drink Mountain Dew, we have a more consistent diet. We've got things from all over the place. Soda, the nutrients in soda protects us from the tap water,
Okay.
turning
I
us.
frankly don't believe at this point that you're not sponsored by Brita.
I love it.
Big water trying to come out here and take away my publicly accessed water.
Water is a socialist constraint and construct. Everything is a socialist construct.
Pretty much.
Fucking police, why can't you just hire your own militia? Libraries, buy your own books. Fucking governments, make up your own laws. And then, make your own militia to enforce said laws. I think we need to get out of these socialist constraints that we're all suffering under and just go into pure anarchy, structured
Mm-hmm.
anarchy. The infamous Orion 2024. There's my campaign speech.
Apparently, Kelly Loeffler has allegedly committed some sort of campaign finance violation.
Okay.
Let me see here.
Who is she?
She is one of the Republican candidates in the Georgia
Oh,
Senate election,
oh shit.
and also the richest member of the U.S. Senate. Her husband owns the New York Stock Exchange.
Holy shit.
I guess owns is not the right word. It's more he is the chief decision maker among the regulators that control it.
Okay.
I think that's the kindest way you can put it, but he basically owns it.
Yeah.
He's unbelievably rich. Her and her husband were actually put in hot water back at the start of 2020, late January and early February, along with a couple of other senators who made questionable financial decisions with their assets as it relates to the stock market. And they were accused of basically having insider trading, that they knew that COVID was going to be hitting and that it was going to be devastating the economy. And they allegedly insulated their assets from the losses that they could have had otherwise.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Apparently, she has violated not the it wouldn't be the Hatch Act. This is the Code of Laws of the United States of America, dealing with the solicitation of campaign funds inside federal buildings. From 18 USC 607, it shall be unlawful for an individual who is an officer or employee of the federal government, including the president, vice president, and members of Congress, to solicit or receive a donation of money or other thing of value in connection with a federal, state, or local election while in any room or building occupied in the discharge of official duties by an officer or employee of the United States from any person.
Okay.
And apparently,
Apparently.
she made a direct request for campaign money from inside a federal building.
Ooh.
Where is this? November 18th, she appeared on a Fox News program from the Russell Senate Office Building Rotunda. Loeffler wasn't talking about Senate business that day, she was talking politics. And after attacking Warnock repeatedly, the senator announced, look, we know that hundreds of millions of dark liberal money is pouring into our state.
Go on.
That's hilarious. That's why it's so important that everyone across the country get involved. They can visit kellyforsenate.com to chip in. So there's plenty of dark liberal money pouring into the Georgia Senate race. So why not have plenty of dark conservative money to balance it out?
Balance
Literally the
darkness
same
with
thing.
darkness.
literally the same thing. Not to mention the fact that the amount of money that's probably going to be spent on the Georgia elections, the Georgia Senate runoffs, isn't even going to be close to the amount of money that she probably her and her husband make in a year.
Oh no.
They're stupidly rich
Stupidly rich?
to an unbelievable degree.
So like Scrooge McDuck rich.
Wait, what is this? Loeffler's apologists have mounted a novel defense that suggests the legal ban on senators soliciting money inside federal buildings is intended merely to prevent legislators from meeting with donors in their offices or making fundraising calls on official phones. The Senate Ethics Manual specifically states that, quote, no activities of a political solicitation nature should occur with the support of any federal resources in order to avoid any question that a violation of this part of the code has occurred.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, that seems pretty clear cut.
Yeah, but they're gonna get bail and then they're gonna buy the lawyers off and
Well, it's also important to remember that Kelly Loeffler was not elected. Even though she's the incumbent, she was not ever elected to her position. She was, I don't know what the right word for it is. It's not assigned, it's like appointed, I guess, by the governor of Georgia after a vacancy opened up in the Senate when, who was it? Who was Georgia senators? Not Purdue. I'm trying to remember who it was that took her place before then. Because just give me a freaking Wikipedia page for this dumbass. There we go. Appointed by Brian Kemp, preceding Johnny Isaacson, who. Where did he go? I don't think he died. He was like assigned to some other position or.
okay.
So he served as a United States Senator from Georgia until 2019. Why did he just retire?
Maybe.
I have no idea. They don't say. That's perfectly helpful and completely useful. Thank you, Wikipedia or whoever wrote this article. Like that is the only important part about this that the majority of people looking at Johnny Isaacson's Wikipedia page are going to care about, and you don't have it. December 2019, Governor Kemp appointed Loeffler to succeed Senator Johnny Isaacson, who would be resigning for health reasons. There you go. Why is that so hard? Why can't you have that on both pages?
Because they need those clicks, brah.
Apparently. So yeah, she wasn't elected to her position. She was appointed.
Well, not much you can say past that.
Nope.
Fuck.
So we have a movie to talk about this week.
Yes, we do. Great segue.
It is doing terribly. So badly.
Well, it's 2020. What'd you expect?
So we have the latest from Jackie Chan, Vanguard. Sitting at a whopping 28% on the tomato meter. Very nice. Very nice.
What's it about?
Let me see here. Members of a covert security company tried to protect an accountant from the world's deadliest mercenary organization. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's so lame. So is Jackie Chan the accountant?
Don't know. Doesn't say.
Do we have any information on this?
It's apparently grossed $400,000 in the U.S.
Neat? Question mark?
That's terrible. That's actually like the extent. Let me see if I can pull this up on IMDb. They're usually pretty good with that, but even on like the Google splash page, that's all that there is for what the hell happens in this.
Really?
Covert security company Vanguard is the last hope of survival for an accountant after he is targeted by the world's deadliest mercenary organization. That's it. That's the spark notes for it.
That's a little ridiculous. Does that mean... Okay, did anybody actually see this to write those articles, though?
I have to assume... Let me see if I can copy this here. Copy... Oh my god, IMDb. movie. Why are you so bad? Oh, no, it doesn't even show the picture. Nice. Okay. There's a picture of him in what appears to be a pinstripe suit, so I have to assume that he is the accountant.
You have to
Who else
assume.
would wear a pinstripe suit in 2020?
Accountants. Hmm.
Trivia. Did you know Jackie Chan almost drowned during the jet ski sequence when he became trapped in the water under a rock?
What the fuck is this
When he
movie?
finally came out of the water, director Stanley Tong burst into tears. What?
What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't get it. I'm scared. What is this movie? Is it like a Jackie Chan snuff film? Can we kill Jackie Chan in a minute? I'm sorry, an hour and 20 minutes.
Pretty much. See if I can find some real, like, notable reviews here. See if we can find someone who actually definitely watched this.
Doubt it.
RogerEbert.com. I mean, that's pretty.
No, don't you dare sully his legacy with this film.
Well,
What?
I mean, it's a website though.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
just saying.
Variety is Variety.
Yes.
Okay,
Like I have
so
no problem believing RogerEbert.com watched that film, but I do not want to associate that man with this film.
Jackie Chan globetrots in cluttered action toy box.
Okay.
They don't like it.
Obviously.
Let's see. Vanguard is just the clock punching variety, big, flashy, and generic, and all save its. What the hell? Is this like translated or something?
It sounds translated.
This is really poorly written. No, I don't want to install the Variety app. Oh my god.
Install the
All right,
Variety app.
we're done with this. We're going somewhere else.
You know what
New
we should
York
do?
Post.
Oh, go on.
Okay, 2 out of 4 stars.
Two
It's
out of
apparently
four.
not rated. What?
What?
Oh my god, Jackie Chan is chased by a CGI lion in Vanguard. That sounds horrible.
You mean it sounds amazing?
The laziness of Jackie Chan's latest fighting flick becomes obvious right away when a secret security force called Vanguard heads to Africa to rescue an accountant's daughter.
Okay.
Oh, they're actually running the trailer here. This is a trailer. This looks like an ad. Like, not in a good way. Like, it looks like an ad.
So like
This
just
is
the
bad cinematography.
oh my god, yes. I want to watch it now.
Let me. I'm sure this has to be on YouTube. Vanguard, first trailer. And that's really loud. Let me send you a link here. It doesn't look good. Headphones warning. It's loud right from like the literal first second.
Yeah, I'm muting YouTube before I go on there. Cause yeah, whatever audio I hear on my end gets onto the video and I do not want to get copyright claimed. Imagine getting copyright claimed by fucking Jackie Chan's film company. The movie company that does this.
There are so many scenes in this that just look so dumb.
It looks saturated. Like yellow is all over the
It
place.
absolutely is oversaturated.
Jackie Chan with a gun that he's not holding right. What's with all the yellow and blue?
I don't know.
Is it like the film's color palette? Because this is a little too coincidental. Oh. What? The world needs a dangerous new team. CGI lion.
Why is there a gold Hummer?
Why not? This movie looks like a clusterfuck. Jackie Chan. Was that a gold pistol? That's a gold pistol.
I don't understand it.
Did they think Golden Eyes, Golden Gun was a real thing?
I don't know.
Only in theaters in large format screens.
See, the part that this doesn't make sense because the whole point of the popularity behind the Jackie Chan films originally was their lightheartedness.
Yeah, they're like a
Was that it
comedy.
was real serious action in a comedy presentation that helped to make it impressive and engaging.
Yes.
And this just looks like it's presented as like an action movie, but oh hey, look, let's all point at Jackie Chan and laugh at his two jokes that he made, even though
Wait,
the
he
rest of
made
it is a
jokes in
super
that trailer?
serious. Yeah, he asked the guy why he shot himself in his genitals. It's just a bad joke. He literally said, "Why are you shooting yourself?" After he just grabbed the gun out of the guy's hands and twisted it around and pointed it at him. It's just bad. It's not
Yeah,
good.
that's bad writing.
But even then, that's a joke. There's a joke there, but it doesn't show up for 1 minute and 10 seconds in this 1 minute and 20-second trailer.
Yeah.
No, it's a bad trailer, and by all accounts, it seems like a bad movie to go with it.
It looks like it's just like four movies climaxes like right on top of each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Jackie Chan was doing like some fucking films and then they never finished them, but they had the climaxes all finished up, so they're like, "Hey, I got an idea." And they like stitch them together into some kind of Frankenstein monster.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't doubt it.
Huh. So Black Friday's coming up,
Yes, it is.
and I
Anything you got
believe
your
it,
eye on?
what?
Is it anything you've got your eye on?
I'm honestly kind of just looking at what Amazon's trying to push out.
Oh yeah, that actually would be kind of interesting. Let me check this out. I haven't looked at Amazon stuff yet.
They got a get three for the price of two sale on comics, and it's a weird assortment. You
Okay, so
ever
the first thing it's showing me is a Tempur-Pedic mattress, and I'm already put off because that's a terrible sale.
really?
Yeah, it's like I mean it's 150 bucks off, but it's like a $1,600 mattress.
Okay, that's terrible.
That's less than 10% off.
Yeah, I see your problem there. Um, I was looking under their get three for the price of two on comics,
Yeah.
and they got the weirdest shit on here. So they have like books that are documentary books, like the history of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then randomly they just got this Spider-Man knockoff, which doesn't look real, but I want to say it could be real. And randomly they have like just one volume of One Piece, and it's not even like the most recent. The most recent is like 97 or something, right? They got 62 on sale.
Oof.
Would you just like a volume 62 of One Piece? Literally smack dab in there.
Just one? That's the only one they have.
Just that.
No.
Why not? I mean, it's just like the most random point in the story. Uh they
Oh, I forgot the way they do this. I really don't like the way Amazon does this, where they like have time limits when they start things. It's just kind of random.
yeah,
I don't like that.
it's an
That's
artificial scarcity.
it is. It's like everybody queue up for this thing you're not actually physically standing in line for.
Nope. Open up your browsers to a new tab.
Right.
I just I don't get it, man. Amazon gets away with like some of the weirdest business practices. Would
This is
you
a weird lamp.
what?
I said this is a weird lamp.
What lamp? I see a lamp.
Is it gonna go? Oh, it didn't actually link it. Okay, Discord, why even bother?
It's like a bonsai tree.
Yeah, right? It's weird.
It's
But
like
it's got a wireless charger in it.
yeah. Is that a speaker as well on the top?
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird tree.
It's a weird tree.
Actually, I want to get a bonsai tree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
it would be kind of cool. It's a lot of work though.
I know. I don't remember when I had this. It was definitely during college, but I can't tell if you and I were roommates at the time. I had a Venus flytrap. I named her Yoko Ono.
The best beetle.
Yes. Um, and yeah, she just randomly died one day. Like I think she had flower cancer.
Flower cancer? Is that a thing?
Let's find out. Can flowers get cancer? Plants don't get cancer.
Well, shit.
Well, I still say she had flower cancer. My Yoko Ono. The Girl Who Married a Skull. Now that's a book that's interesting.
Yeah, honestly, these Black Friday ads are kind of boring.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything really freaky. They have Obama's book for like half off.
Yeah. Which one is it? The
The new one,
memoir? Oh, the new one. Okay.
A Promised Land.
Mm-hmm.
And then right underneath there's Michelle's Obama for a better deal.
Got it.
Michelle just went up to Obama and said, "Listen, Barack, love ya, but people are going to want my book this holiday season." And Obama's like, "Yes, dear."
Yep. Yeah.
Ooh,
Eventually suck. And the problem with this though, like I kind of get it though. The problem is that it's like as everything, it's too random.
it really is. They tried so hard to get like everybody that they get nobody.
Yeah. So let's go. What departments do they have?
There's a book on here, Superheroes Are Everywhere by Kamala Harris.
Okay.
And it's literally kids like just going up to Kamala Harris.
Huh.
Here, I'm going to link it because I think this is the most weird thing ever.
These do.
You know, I don't believe in that conspiracy that Kamala is going to kill Joe Biden for the presidency, but when I see something like that, oh man, what other weird books are weird nowadays? They try so hard to get a target audience.
Oh man, they rushed the marketing on this quick. Like what the how long has this been out?
What, this book?
Yeah.
Let's see, shall we?
January 8th, 2019, they've already updated their Wikipedia page with president elect, vice president elect.
That's hilarious.
That took no time at all. What's the rating on it? Who gave it a 1-star rating?
Trump supporters.
Well, I'm curious.
It's number one in children's political biographies, which,
That's a thing.
yeah, I was about to say that out loud real slowly. Children's political biographies. And children's women's biographies, which I can believe a little bit more.
Oh my god. Okay. There's so much stupidity in these reviews for so many reasons.
Go on.
So the digital version of this book is a Kindle specific version. And
Okay.
there are at least 2 people who bought the Kindle edition of this book that don't own Kindles and therefore cannot read it because they don't own Kindles. No, I'm sorry, 3.
Really?
Yes. Would give 0 stars, but that is not an option.
It only comes in hardcover.
Yeah, who knows? But there's some good ones here.
Go on.
Somebody has titled this review as Marxist indoctrination at the youngest levels.
Go on, good sir. Tell me about how I have to buy this book to learn more about Marxism.
I would love to, but his review only says one word and it's just disgusting.
Fuck you. Oh, defend your argument, you coward.
You have got to be kidding me. I looked at the preview. I refuse to buy anything that would give aid and support to this woman. She is not a superhero.
No, you're right. She's the fucking vice president elect.
Someone gave it a 1-star review titled, "Found this product to be unsuitable health. Brown sugar or additives may have been responsible." morning breakfast. That's the review. That's it.
That's my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
I almost cried from that one. That like I just like the idea of someone making this into like their pancakes or cereal and
Yep.
like tearing out the pages of the book. Ugh, it's beautiful. The Kindle version's $10.99. That's a lot for a fucking Kindle version of a book.
Wait, if someone gave this 3 stars and called it tone deaf.
Okay.
Unless your child has a village of support in their life, this book may leave them feeling less than. Every page asks the child, who in your life blank makes you feel special? Helps you explore, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's because I am parenting during COVID or because my child does not have an extended family, but this book just seems tone deaf to the lives of many children who are growing up without a ton of fabulous people in their lives. Every fill in the blank answer could very well be the same singular support person, or worse, just plain blank. Not to mention, teachers and friends are a thing of the past right now for many kids. Okay, the book came out over a year ago. Just because you're reading it a year after it released doesn't make it tone deaf.
Do you ever just get offended by children's books?
Like, seriously.
Dude, I can't even fucking let my kids get near the Very Hungry Caterpillar because it makes me feel like a fat fuck.
Very Hungry Caterpillar gave my child obesity.
No, fucking the Very Hungry Caterpillar made my child go anorexic and bulimic. You see, the Very Hungry Caterpillar is not PC enough today.
True.
Cancel, cancel the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Hashtag. Okay, I need to see this whole thing on children's political biographies because I want to know what else there
Yeah.
is.
What the hell else is in there?
This little president.
It's not a biography.
There's another Kamala Harris one.
Okay.
Who was Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which I think is important.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah, she actually did enough to warrant a biography for kids. Um, Little Legends, Exceptional Men in Black History. Okay.
Okay.
Joey, The Story of Joe Biden by Jill Biden.
I was gonna say, yeah. Is it really? Or did she just do like a forward? No, she did it. She wrote it.
You ever just love your husband so much that you write a book about him?
Seriously, that does seem a bit. Yeah.
On brand?
I want to see the reviews on this. Show me the reviews. These have to be good. Political prop. It's political propaganda. Uh,
Isn't that like
Joe's
the whole
life.
point of
Wait,
all these? I love how going through all these books, and they're very either historical figures or modern democratic figures. There's not a single book on Trump in all these children's books, which it's interesting.
yeah.
Who was Nelson Mandela? Who was John F. Kennedy? Hmm.
This is a very weird niche category.
Isn't it?
I would never have guessed that this exists.
Like most of these are just historical figures, which I can dig because kids need to know history.
Totally.
But then you have these celebrity worshiping platforms like fucking Joey.
I don't know.
Oh shit. Number 67, Strongman, The Rise of. One second. I'm going to copy this link.
Wait, number 67?
Yes.
It's number 48 on mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Strongman, The Rise of Five Dictators and the Fall of Democracy. Perfect for children. Oh my
Like,
god. There's a book on
is it,
Robert E. Lee.
is it really a different, like, screen cap that real quick. Someone's back and forth.
Yeah.
If that's actually different numbers, that's so weird.
I need to go find it again. There it is. Okay. Snip.
Snip snap.
Sip, snap. Paddywhack. Give the man a screen.
No, my first book of protest.
What?
Okay, I love this.
You're kidding me.
No, this is a real thing.
Motherfucker. Go
Let me
on.
see this. Let me see. What the hell is this? Uh, no, my first book of protest by Julie Merberg. What the hell? How
Son
can
of
they
a
do that?
bitch.
How can they just? This is supposed to be like a list. How can they have different rankings? But it is by Julie Merberg and Emily Egan. Makes for this is a review. Makes for a wonderful primer for teaching kids about social action, showcasing some of the most famous and impactful protest movements in history. One of the most engaging elements of the book is the repeated refrain of no throughout the text. Okay, I've yet to meet a toddler who didn't enjoy screaming no whenever possible. It is welcome and encouraging throughout.
It makes me wonder if like there's like some algorithm that takes our information and makes these lists for us.
I don't know. It shouldn't. These
Yeah.
are what list is yours in here? Mine is I have bestsellers and children's political biographies.
Same.
So what the hell?
Yeah.
That like should not be influenced by someone's search history. It also makes me wonder why the one with Hitler in the middle of it's higher up on my page.
Hey, you're the guy who said you supported the guy who killed Hitler. I want to try something. Are you on page 2? Or are you on page 1?
I'm on page 2 right now.
Okay, post the link to your page 2 in the Discord chat. There might be something in the HTMLs that are different. No,
No,
they're
that's the
exactly
exact
exactly.
same. That's exactly the same.
What the fuck?
That is bizarre.
Well, you might be a sleeper Nazi in the making, Kyril.
Oh no, your 68 is the same as. Oh no, it must duplicate.
Does it? Let me.
It
Okay,
must.
what number was Strongman on yours?
Mine was at 48.
48. Okay, I'm going to check my 48. Maybe I just didn't notice it at first.
It must be like 2 listings.
Yeah, because I see they have audiobooks and physical books as
Yeah.
two separates. You're right. Okay, I do see on 48. Okay, we fixed it.
Okay. The system works.
The next
Oh my god.
children's
Okay, wait a
political
minute.
book.
They have a Reagan book.
Go on.
Which number is this? 78. Ronald Reagan, Young Leader. There's
Okay.
literally no description of it.
I'm surprised it even got made.
All right, reviews. What do you have? Wait, what?
What?
My 9-year-old son loved this book and quickly shifted from learning about Ronald Reagan to a sparked interest in the Cold War and defense technology. History and story format is very accessible to children, and I think the Childhood of Famous American series does a great job at sparking interest in historical figures.
And then
Why did a
everybody.
9-year-old reviewing defense technology? What the fuck?
I was about to say, then everybody clapped.
Yeah.
And then he said, Daddy, I think the liberal minds is just beyond childish. I, as a functioning 9-year-old, just don't understand how liberals can look in this country. God.
Superior reading for children.
Uh, who?
Oh, there's been 15 reviews. Man, I wish some of these had more reviews. This should be more amusing.
I'm curious. I just want to go through these books and like look at the negative reviews and see if people just
What?
what.
Okay, the Greta Thunberg biography in paperback.
Yes.
I'm gonna skim through some of these low star reviews here, but there's a 1-star review that says hoax. Climate change is the biggest hoax on the planet, with 4 comments. Let's see these. These are gonna be good. I'm sure these are gonna be a bastion of civilized debate. One comment says, "Yes, it's a hoax, and if you believe that, then I'll tell you the world is flat."
Okay.
One of these is a copy pasta.
Beautiful.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about this. The other one though, exploitation of a special needs child. Nothing like exploiting a special needs child to push a false agenda. Oh
Wow.
my god.
I thought the whole inspiring thing about Greta was that no matter who she was so passionate about what she believed in.
We also have someone complaining that the book is not long enough, that they thought it would have more pages. But the number of pages is like literally listed in the listing of the product.
Okay, I got a game for you. You ready?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to post an angry review into the Discord chat, and you have to guess who the book was about.
Okay, I like it.
You like it?
I like it. Let's go.
Okay, here's the first one.
Okay. Let's scroll down. Can I read these aloud? That's
Read
the
these out
question.
loud.
She promoted women at the sake of female. Okay, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Damn it!
That's too easy.
That
I'll
was
read the rest of it. She promoted women at the sake of female fetuses. The true feminism is promoting love, strength, and encouragement of women in whatever they find themselves in, including being fully capable of carrying a pregnancy and delivering the baby, whether keeping him, her, or giving the gift of that life to the child and another family through adoption. Yeah, that's 100% RGB.
it is RGB.
RBG.
Congratulations.
My bad.
Yeah,
Not LED
RPG.
lighting in my computer.
Fuck. Okay, I'm getting a couple more.
Oh, I think I might find some good ones here.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
No, it's a bit too on the nose. You'd get that right away.
Would I?
Yeah, I'll if I can find a better one, I'll pop this one in after.
It's hard to find some because most of these are just like this is brainwashing.
My God. Yeah, no, 100%.
Hmm.
What?
What?
These are so dumb. All right, I'm just gonna spam you some of these because these are dumb. Copy, paste. Oh nope, I don't want a GIF.
Okay. I assume this was a murder mystery or a story about how a plucky young girl destroyed 33,000 emails. Imagine my disappointment. Disappointed it left out parts with Benghazi and deleting all those emails.
And
Pizzagate, Frazzle Drip, Epstein Podesta. What the
and
fuck?
finally,
What the fuck did you just make me say? My child read it and she kicked it and started crying because it ripped Invoke Drumpf.
oh sorry, that's my Drumpfinator.
Yeah, I don't care. I was going to just say.
Yeah. This is in fact the true story of Hillary Clinton.
I couldn't tell.
You sure?
You,
Was it too obvious?
honestly, I thought it was about some guy that made pizza and it made a lot of emails.
Yes.
Ah, I got one. Uh Okay. I got to censor this one because it
That's not a
just
good sign.
yeah. No, just because it straight up says the person's name.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. Oh hell, I'm skimming through the actual like top 100 books right now,
Yeah.
and like OG, the Polar Express is at number 13.
Really?
Yeah, like it's too early for Christmas still, but I can respect it. Good taste.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
going to sing you two of them at once. Oh, damn it.
Yes.
And tell me where one review begins and the other stops.
So like put a clear break between them.
No, I did not. That's a paragraph break.
Okay. Oh. As wait, what?
The X's are the blurred out name.
Okay. As a story, it is easy to follow, but the author demonizes Blank's aunt and grandmother, but makes these slavers seem like angels that gave him a better life. I had to explain to him why his grandmother left him and took him into slavery because the author fails to mention that as a slave, she had no choice. The author wrote that Miss Auld taught Blank to read, but she did not. She taught him the alphabet, and he taught himself to read. I could not read this with my son without stopping along the way to fact check and tell him the truth about slavery. It was okay. I want to say that it was okay was the different one. I don't know.
You're right.
Okay.
Yes.
But like, what is this?
This
'Cause
is
I have no
Frederick
idea.
Frederick Douglass.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wait, sorry.
What's up?
I'm just trying to like piece together what the hell these people are on.
I know. That's why I chose it.
Very confused.
I was confused reading it as well. Where is
The
it?
Very Hungry Caterpillars, number 41.
Good. Wait, no.
Very
Actually, it's
good.
canceled the hashtag cancel their very hungry caterpillar.
Yes. Oh my God, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, book 15.
Isn't he old enough to
Why?
drink yet?
I would assume so.
Oh my god. Okay. Here's one for you. I'm not going to censor this person's name. Actually, okay, they're not mentioned as many times as I thought. Okay. Tell me if you can tell this person's politics by this review. 1 second. Censored.
Okay. Oh wow, that is a
Yeah.
lot. Um,
You want me to just read it since I know where the breaks are?
sure, go ahead.
Page 67 discusses Blank's rise to command of the Army of Northern Virginia. Anyone remotely familiar with this knows that Commanding General Joseph Johnston was wounded in the fight of Seven Pines or Fair Oaks, heading off McClellan's thrust at Richmond, Virginia. This book writes, then disaster struck. Confederate General Johnston was wounded during the battle at Shiloh, Tennessee. Who could take his place? Blank. This is so mangled and difficult to sort out. Seven Pines was fought on blah 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 blah. I was starting to fall asleep.
I'm gonna guess just based on the last line there. I think I can tell what their view is.
Yeah, I won't even go into errors of the summary of his views on slavery. This book has derived a huge
Drill.
drivel. My bad. Yes, a huge disappointment.
Yeah, 24 people found this review helpful.
That was an accident. Do you know who it is?
Um, honestly, no.
It's
I,
Robert E. Lee.
is it?
Yes.
Huh.
So you had someone who was so pissed off, they just went off on a fucking Amazon review to you know, claim it's
Oh
not
wait,
historically accurate.
they popped off.
They popped off. Uh
Matthew McConaughey apparently has a book out.
what's it about?
I was gonna make a joke about car commercials, but I can't remember what he actually does commercials for. Lincoln.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm sending you this one uncensored. Actually, should I? It's an interesting review. And it made me laugh a little inside.
Worst book ever written. The only redeeming value here is that it gives you a glimpse into the mind of a narcissist. The writing is, at best, at a middle school level, and the depth of content is yet another level below that. It is so shallow that it's laughable. Greenlight is a testament to the craziness of our time that we celebrate complete airheads like Matthew McConaughey. The degree of arrogance and total lack of self awareness by the writer subject would be shocking if it wasn't so amusing. If there's any order in this universe, hundreds of years from now, someone will pick this book out of a landfill and after reading the first few pages will be absolutely convinced they have stumbled upon one of the greatest parodies ever written about the 21st century.
Okay,
Okay, what you got?
next round.
Next round, round five. Six,
Fight.
four, who knows? I'm not really sure why the writer thinks she can write. The book was extremely bland and boring. Who is this book for anyways? No child would find this engaging. It's almost as if someone with Alzheimer's had written it. I'm not even sure the events in this book had even happened. Is the writer a lying dog-faced pony soldier? I think so. No mention of young wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna read the rest of that because that's a bit questionable.
Yeah.
Perhaps when the audio version comes out, I'll play it for my children on the record player. I'm sure it will sell hugely in China, even though most of the book is plagiarized.
Can you guess what the book's about?
I'm gonna guess it's about Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
People are so wonderful.
I love how he derails. Like, I love how he insults his wife and
Yeah,
then starts talking about pedophilia. Like, it's so normal.
yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one I like. I like how this author contradicts themselves in the first
What?
sentence. Crazy, sleepy Uncle Joe. He rode the train for 4 to 5 hours daily. Like that's something to be proud of? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark.
Oh, wow. So they really just don't understand his history at all.
He cheated taxpayers on fares and time in the office. The list goes on. Garbage. Which is why they
Yeah,
only listed one thing.
that is a monumental level of ignorance. I remember we talked about this a few weeks ago, but for those who didn't catch that, um, Joe Biden didn't ride the train for 45 hours daily because he was cheating taxpayers on fares and time in the office. He did it because his wife died, and his wife and his daughter died horrifically in a tragic car accident.
Yes.
And it, understandably kind of traumatized him a little bit for a while.
What a wimp.
Yep. I'm skimming through some more of Amazon's Black Friday things, and I found what I think is the dumbest thing ever.
Go on.
It is the battery. Why is that popped up? The battery operated air duster for keyboard cleaning. So,
Go on.
like a can of compressed air, but through a battery. Don't take a guess how much this costs. So keep in mind, like you can buy a can of compressed air for like $5, and they last forever for most people. How much do you think it costs for a battery operated can of air?
$35.
80.
Fuck.
$80.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh Amazon. High efficiency and take 99% dust away. The rotating speed retches to 33,000 RPM. I'm sorry. No, it doesn't. I do not believe that you have a 33,000 RPM is ungodly fast. I almost want to buy this just to disprove it because there's no way. I
Yeah.
frankly don't believe that.
Go on. Make my day.
That's literally stuffing like a Dremel motor in this thing. Like literally, when you search 33,000 RPM, it's all about like high performance Dremels.
Really?
Yes. I'm sorry, a 3D printed mini jet engine and high speed Dremels, an industrial power professional blender, and also some battery operated can of compressed air.
I know how we were going through the children's political books, but now I'm kind of just going on to different forms of media through the Black Friday sale and trying to find reviews written by offended people.
It's entertaining, isn't it?
It's really entertaining. I was just reading through the ones for Django, the
Yep.
Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yep.
Lots of people complaining about the violence in a Tarantino film.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. Looking at textbooks here, I'm wondering what are popular textbooks? What do they got?
Oh shit! I found the mother lode.
Oh yeah, what you got?
Okay, you ready for this? Probably not going to read all of this because it's really fucking long. But first line is a Walloper.
Wait, what?
This is from a film about Jesus.
Uh, what?
Oh.
What?
Oh, I know this is good.
Okay, so I'll
Yes,
just say I'm not gonna say this because I don't want audio of myself saying some of these things out there because that's horrible.
it's really
That's
horrible.
stupid. That's terrible.
This is like the most racist defending. This is
Yeah.
this is the Bible according to the eyes of a very racist, very realistic person.
Uh-huh. I don't get it though because they like flip back and forth
Yeah,
like a metronome as to like what extremist level they're on.
it's very back and forth. Like on the other hand, they say like some, you know, things we do know that are right that are misconceptions today, but then they use it to justify horrible things.
I will say this line here: Christ is not a man of love,
Yes.
Christ is a man of war. What? He's coming back to take vengeances on those who oppressed. Oh, okay, no, I get this.
Yeah.
This is let me see if I can find this here. I want to get the name right. What is it? Was I gonna actually say it? This is like I know this. I know this.
Okay.
One sec. Um this might take me a second here.
Okay. I'm just
I,
going.
I I know like in my head it's like I know this and it's just like I can't get the name.
For those at home who are wondering what we're laughing at, this Amazon review literally starts by disputing Christ's race and then using the race of Christ to make a whole bunch of very, very racist opinions.
Yeah. Where is this? Nation of Islam.
Yes.
100% this person is a Nation of Islam member. There's
Really.
this line in here about take vengeance on those who oppressed his people, the Israelites. 100% Nation of Islam. Like, no doubt. They're like super hardline anti Semitic group.
Really.
Yeah, that's what I have very, very, very specifically heard about.
I,
Um,
I've
from
never heard of
writing
them
this.
before.
Yeah, they're pretty niche. I don't even say niche. They're a small group, but they are vocal and not so good. Very, very racist and anti-Semitic.
Very anti-Semitic. This is a
Yep.
very anti-Semitic.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. In fact, I don't think I'm ever going to clean that from my computer's clipboard.
Hmm.
It leaves that much of an impact.
Yep.
Ugh.
All right, what else do we have here? Let me pull this back up. Um, but
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Biden has apparently selected John Kerry as the climate envoy on National Security Council. I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
So, President-elect Joe Biden has selected former Secretary of State John Kerry to serve as a special presidential envoy for the climate crisis as part of the incoming administration. Kerry will serve in the role as part of the National Security Council, which the president-elect's transition team said will reflect his administration's commitment to addressing climate change as an urgent national security issue. Okay, that's legit.
I dig it.
Focusing on climate change as, an international problem rather than just one to be dealt with by the EPA. That makes sense.
No,
He
you're
joins
you're just trying to get the EPA out doing their job.
He joined several Obama era State Department officials, potentially returning to the White House as part of the former vice president's incoming administration.
So is Biden just going to be Obama too? Biden Boogaloo?
I don't think so. I mean, to a point, yeah, but that's just because a lot of the people who were the best person for the position in 2008 and 2012 are still the best people for those positions, right?
I would say they probably got a little competition, but they already have those foots in the doors.
Right. And to the same point, they also have the experience. So there's much
Yes.
less of a get up to speed thing. The challenge is not going to be getting these people up to speed as to what their duties would be, as much as it is pushing through the tape thrown up, by the former administration.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I see no problems with that.
President-elect has also selected Alejandro Mayorkas. I do not know who that is. To run the Department of Homeland Security, Avril Haines as Director of National Intelligence, Linda Thomas Greenfield as U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, and Jake Sullivan as National Security Advisor. I know none of these people, and I
Same.
probably should. I'm gonna look up this first person because that name does sound vaguely familiar. Alejandro Mayorkas is a Cuban American lawyer who served as the Deputy Secretary of the United States Department of Homeland Security from December 23rd, 2013 to October 31st, 2016. Huh.
Okay.
Served under Obama. Makes sense that he'd be brought back in under Biden.
Yeah.
Avril Haines. Oh, no. Based. Avril Haines is an American lawyer and former government official who served on the White House Deputy National Security Advisor in Barack Obama's administration. She previously served as Deputy Director of the CIA, the first woman to hold this position. Former Obama official makes sense. Thomas Linda Greenfield. We have American diplomat who served as the Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs in the United States Department of State's Department of State's Bureau of African Affairs from 2013 to 2017. She is a senior counsel at Albright Stonebridge Group in Washington, D.C., and she is going to be the U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. So a new person to be brought into the fold does sound like a solid pick given her prior experience with sort of, bridging affairs between different bodies.
Yes.
Then we have Jake Sullivan, an American government official who is the the National Security Advisor designate for President-elect Joe Biden's administration. Yes, thank you, Wikipedia. What did he do before then?
Nothing.
Apparently,
He didn't
he was
exist.
previously senior policy advisor to Clinton's 2016 presidential election campaign with expertise in foreign policy and deputy chief of staff at the State Department. And he has degrees.
How many?
Was apparently involved in the Iran nuclear negotiations. In November 2013, the Associated Press reported that officials in the Obama administration had been in secret contact with Iranian officials through 2013 about the feasibility of an agreement over the Iranian nuclear program. The report cited the American officials, including U.S. Deputy Secretary of State William Burns, Senior White House Iran advisor Puneet Talwar, and Sullivan, had secretly met with their Iranian counterparts at least 5 times face to face in Oman. Those efforts paved the way for the Geneva Interim Agreement on the Iranian nuclear program. So there you go. That's actually pretty legit.
Nice.
Push through the Iran nuclear deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Did he?
I have no. What's that?
No, never mind. I was going to ask
I
a
was,
stupid question.
oh, well, please. I'd love to
Okay.
give a stupid
Okay.
answer.
Did he ever decide if Andrew Yang was going to be in his Department of Labor?
I'm sure he did, and the answer to that was no.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Yang get brought in, but I would be very surprised.
I agree. I think Yang's a little too new for Biden's taste.
Yep.
I want him to get in the door more so that we can eventually see him actually have a chance at being president.
Yeah. I
What?
I really don't know. I like a lot of his ideas, but he is very unpopular with a lot of people at this point.
Yeah. Like, okay, now that the election's done and we have a good retrospective about from a year ago. 1 year ago, who do you think was going to be the Democrat candidate?
I honestly no idea. I think Biden was a solid pick, but I don't even know when Biden officially announced. I guess it would have been a full year ago. No, maybe it wouldn't have been. When was Biden?
I want to say it was pretty late into the game.
Because it was fairly late.
Yeah.
The 2020 presidential campaign of Joe Biden began on April 25th, 2019. Okay, that's fair. Who I thought would have gotten it a year ago, I probably wouldn't have picked Biden for it. I would have picked Bernie.
Really? I was okay, just from what I've seen in the media, I was certain Bernie was not going to get the candidacy. As much as I would like it. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know. I would still hope. I think he's younger than Joe.
Bernie?
I think so.
I thought Bernie was pushing 80.
Bernie's 79. Yeah, but so's Joe. He's 77.
78.
So yeah, he's a year older. Basically the same when you're at that point. Statistically, they're identical.
Bernie goes up to Joe. I remember when I was your age. I had all these great ideas. And I still have those great ideas because I'm Bernie fucking Sanders. No, I actually thought Warren was going to get it.
Oh no.
No?
No. The problem that Warren has is that Biden's still there in the way.
Yeah.
And Biden, I mean, for no other way of putting it, Biden is a man and she's not.
Ouch. Casual
The
sexism much?
unfortunate, it's the unfortunate reality of it. Yeah, in the U.S., it's fucking rampant.
Oh, yeah, man. No, I'm pretty sure the only reason Hillary really lost that election was because she was a woman.
Yep, pretty much.
And I say that as someone who supported her.
Yo,
Well,
same. Me too.
I
I absolutely voted for her. I think there were some legitimate reservations about her, but on the whole, she was, leagues leagues better than Trump, of course. And even then, most of the concerns that people had about her were completely unfounded or had already been basically investigated to death and were found to not be issues in the first place.
of course. For me, it was just I mean, I'll say there's some stuff Trump did that I liked, but it was also like watching an electrician try to do a plumber's job.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, they can bring some stuff over that works, and sometimes they do something right, and it's impressive when they do, but it's still an electrician going through your toilet.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But yeah, Bernie would have been my front runner because he did do fairly well in a number of elections in 2016, better
Yes.
than Hillary at least. So
Do you think if Bernie got the candidacy in 2016, we'd be singing a different tune?
it's hard to say. So pretty much any other president would have handled COVID better.
Yes.
Even any other Republican president, like you can pick any of them out of a hat, they would have handled COVID better. Anybody who handled COVID with even a scrap of competency would have been reelected for a second term this year, no doubt.
Ouch. Yeah.
It's a wartime president. It's a different kind of war than we're usually used to, but it's still a war. And wartime presidents almost always, like historically, they just get reelected. They just do when they're winning. If you're
Yes.
losing the war, you don't because you're losing. Nobody wants a loser.
Did you just call the president a loser?
Yeah, but that's just like it's Monday. That's what I
Ouch.
do.
I love how nonchalantly you said that. Ugh. I miss normal life.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's been so. I was thinking about this at my job the other day. How with my current position, I've now been working with my company under COVID longer than I was working there before COVID, and that was really fucking depressing.
That is depressing. Like,
So,
imagine if this happened with Ebola when it was a threat, or
oh yeah,
swine flu if it was a threat.
yeah. And you know why Ebola wasn't a threat? Because they learned from swine flu and handled it way fucking better.
Did I ever tell you I got hit with the swine flu during the epidemic?
No, I don't think so. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I was one of the first people in Michigan to get it.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like 14 at the time. It was really weird and I hated it. I think it like took me out of school for like 9 days. I was out for a while.
That's pretty bad.
Really.
Like 9 days, yeah.
Yeah, I was 14
Yeah.
and they really didn't want me coming to school.
I can understand that.
Yeah. I
That makes
remember
sense.
I remember throwing up so much from swine flu. I was actually losing weight.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like I think I came out of like swine flu after like losing 5 pounds.
Damn.
But you also gotta think, man, I wasn't eating much because whatever I was eating was coming back up.
That's true.
And yeah, I was sleeping a lot. I don't know. I just remember being in bed a lot and being stuck in my room, and everybody would like open the door very slightly and give me food, and I felt like I was in isolationist prison.
Shove quesadillas under the door.
Fuck. I don't remember. I remember going to my bookshelf a lot because that's where the hand sanitizer was, and I was not allowed to even go outside my door to the bathroom without applying hand sanitizer.
Wow.
Yeah. I also had to carry a bowl with me everywhere I went in case I threw up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Swine
I
flu's
feel
a
like a lot of
bitch.
people. I mean, compared to COVID, there is no comparison. But a lot of people don't remember how bad swine flu was.
I
Like,
I do.
yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah. I honestly remember it was on our Friday the 13th, by the way.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's fitting.
Um Friday the 13th I was diagnosed with swine flu, and this year we had a Friday the 13th during COVID. So, your boy woke up kind of scared that day.
Hmm.
And I don't really remember much cuz like those days are such a blur to me. Let's see. I'm going to just look up some of the swine flu stuff.
Yeah,
Swine.
sure. I have one last article here.
Go
Let me
on.
pull back up. Last piece I have is related to, we did talk about it, but the ongoing situation with, voting in the state and the nation. This is a countersuit, though. It's on the other side. So a group of black voters in Detroit are suing the president for voting rights abuses and disenfranchisement.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Good on
interesting.
them.
I don't know what standing they're going to have in this because I don't know. It's the problem that I think they're going to have is that they have specifically named Donald Trump as a defendant. if it was just his campaign, I think they would have a pretty solid footing here. But to allege that Trump himself specifically called for the disenfranchisement that was attempted is questionable. But the idea here is based on the Voting Rights Act of 1965, prohibiting efforts to disenfranchise black people. And, there's a pretty decent chance that they end up on the winning side of that. It'll be very interesting to see.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like it definitely if they did the campaign, they would have more fingers to point at.
Right.
I,
Yep.
yeah.
But it also, I mean, there's been a lot. I don't know. There's been a lot. It's gonna be questionable.
I'm just looking up more about it. Yeah. My county had confirmed cases in Michigan. Sorry, I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking back at swine flu.
Yep. Yep. Of course.
Okay. I didn't remember the body aches until I just read about it, but literally my body would shiver all the time just from the chills, and
Mm-hmm.
like every time I chilled or something like that, body would ache immediately after, and I was just groaning all day. It was
Wow.
fucking hell. And they also refused to hospitalize any of us because they were thinking contain us at home
Mm-hmm.
rather than keeping us in a hospital with more sick people who are more susceptible.
Yep.
So that was fun. I wonder if I go to someone with my at my old house and told them that there was a swine flu room there, how they would feel. So anything else?
That's all I got.
I think that's all I got too, because all I'm just thinking about is the shitty time I had with swine flu.
Yeah.
Uh, Wash your hands, everybody. Wear a goddamn
Please.
mask.
Yeah. Just do the bare minimum. It's
Oh,
not that hard.
I was going to say I don't have a Thanksgiving because of people without a mask, but can we talk about the Ted Cruz shit?
Oh yeah.
Ted Cruz defends Thanksgiving more than he defends his fucking wife.
Yeah. Does it more than his defends it more than his wife, defends it more than his state, defends it more than the pretty much anything.
Yeah, he really fucking loves turkey.
Yep. Seems like.
Yes.
And like that's not even hyperbole or anything.
No.
During the 2016 presidential 2016 presidential cycle, when he was running for president, Trump directly insulted his wife, and he never really said anything against that. Never really gave any sort of a defense or response, and within months was campaigning for Trump. And just this week on Twitter, he posted some stupid meme about Thanksgiving, and like I don't even know what it was. It was stupid. It
Yeah.
was ignorant,
It was
and
like a
he should frankly know better.
Thanksgiving turkey and it said come and take it.
Something like that. Like he should fucking know better.
He should fucking know better.
He's doing this shit at the same time that his state is calling in the National Guard to help take care of dead bodies from COVID.
Yes.
Like how stupid and indifferent that you can. There was one really good comment I saw that was memes aren't legislation,
Oof.
and it's like that's like spot on.
Yeah. I like that. That went right for the fucking throat.
Right.
I want to give that person an award.
I wish. Fortunately, it was on Twitter, not Reddit, so you can't.
Damn it. If only there was like some kind of karmatic boost I can give to them.
Some way to show that you like what they're saying.
Maybe.
If only.
If only there was a way to
In another time,
positively
in another place.
upvote them. Uplift them. Vote to uplift them. Alas, there's not. If only I could take my tweet and retweet them. And this joke has run its course.
Just like the show.
I'm the Miss Orion, and I had swine flu.
I'm Kyril, and I've been a Schmo.
And this has been the Two Schmo Show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and have a good night.